The Talkin Wrasslin podcast, where potting is real.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier, and welcome to the Talkin Wrasslin podcast. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I thought that, but we're here now. Hello everybody. Hi, it's Talkin Wrasslin. I'm the host for the week, which is Lyssie. I'm Lyssie, hello. And I'm here with the co-host for the week, which is Dylan. Dylan, say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. Hey.
This is probably gonna be a quick one.
It's a simple episode. That's why it's called a simple episode. Because, I mean, we'll get into it when we talk about our week.
Yeah, there's not...
As to why there's a simple episode.
There's not a lot really going on here. You wrote a lot, but, like...
It seems like a lot, but there's not a lot.
Yeah. So, we'll have, like, a very small little tidbit about news. Nothing, like, a lot. Nothing crazy. Bit about Raw, bit about Dynamite 300. We'll have predictions for All In, Saturday night's main event, Evolution 2. Oh, I'm sorry. And the wrestler of the week, who I have no idea who I'm fucking picking.
Yeah, we're pretty much just talking about wrestling from this past week. We ain't talking about past wrestling on this episode. Because, well, we can just get into our week, I guess, right now. 'Cause, well, 4th of July just happened.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I'm on day 2 of being hungover, kinda. But also my birthday's coming up on the 9th. Bryce is coming into town.
Mm-hmm. The 11th.
On the 11th. And we gotta film stuff for his channel, the pod, and DCW. I gotta do commentary for DCW Out for Blood 3 still, this week. That's why DCW Out for Blood 3 has not been released yet, and plus we were getting last-minute promos from everyone. So, apologies if you're a fan of DCW. That shit will be coming out soon, we promise you. We got a lot, and then next week's podcast, there's probably going to be 2, there's probably going to be a bonus episode, but next week's pod is going to be a big focus on All In, Evolution 2, Saturday night's main event, because that's all happening this fucking upcoming weekend. But we're also probably going to have a bonus episode with Bryce. I don't want to, like, speak too much about that, just in case it doesn't happen yet, but we'll see what happens.
And I work 50 fucking hours this week.
Hell yeah,
on top
brother.
of all of it. Because I'm starting my new job tomorrow. It's Sunday that is today Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Sunday. It's Sunday that we're recording this, and I start my new job
It is
full
July
time.
6th.
Sure. I'm sure it is. It is. Tomorrow. And I'm working open to close every single day, except for Wednesday and Saturday. Because I took off the 12th, because I'm not fucking missing All In. I ain't missing no papes. So, yeah, which is nice. I'm not gonna lie, like, open to closed retail, especially after COVID, is like nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it's 10 hours, but it's really, like, not a lot going on. Like, I'm working 10:30 to 8:30, every day except for Sunday. Sunday I'm working 10:30 to 6:30, so it's just from when the mall opens to when the mall closes. So really nothing crazy, like, it sounds worse than it actually is, and still having 2 days off on top of it is really nice. But you know, I'll have time after work, like, tomorrow and Tuesday, but then, well, Dylan goes back to work on Tuesday, because Dylan's off Sundays and Mondays, but, like, I'll have time Monday and Tuesday after work, to do the podcast. It would have been easier, tomorrow, but I have other stuff that I need to be fucking doing, before Bryce comes in, so I kind of have to focus my time on that. So, yeah, it's just a lot of shit, like, a lot of stuff. All I want to do is just lay the fuck down, really.
All I want to do Let's have some fun.
Like, we had a lot go on this week, which was fun, don't get me wrong. I enjoy, like Dylan said, it was 4th of July, so I went to, like, a 4th of July party at his parents' house, which was really fun and everything. And then today, we went to my noni's to celebrate a late Father's Day for my dad and my noni's birthday, which was on 4th of July. And the rest of the week I worked. So I haven't, like, my days off, while they've been things that I'm excited to do and fun things to do, my whole week I've just been fucking going buck wild.
And if you're a fan of the Talkin Music podcast, we're on, like, a brief hiatus right now.
Yeah, because we have a lot of shit.
There's a lot going on, but we will eventually come back to that.
Yeah, we got a lot of fucking shit going on. So it's like all I want to do is just lay down and literally not fucking do anything, but we have so much fucking shit to be doing this week, which again is fun stuff that I enjoy doing, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm fucking tired.
It's a lot of projects that we got to take care of.
A
lot of projects.
I just want to fucking sleep. I'm fucking tired.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm hyped. I'm looking forward to it because especially the stuff me and Bryce have been planning to do for like everything.
Yeah, no, again, it's
not to give away everything, but it'll be fun.
It's fun stuff. It's just like, oh my god, you know?
Going to work, boys.
Yeah. What the fuck is all over me? What is this shit?
Yeah, and who knows? The next week's podcast might be a little bit late too. Who knows?
Probably will be.
Because I'm gonna have to catch up on all of that.
I'll have to figure out like what my work schedule's like, because now I'm back down. I'm just leaning back, so I'm sorry if it sounds...
We're not going anywhere.
Also, I'm sorry if the audio... it might be picking up on my phone. I'm sorry if you hear, like, weird things running in the background, like things running. We're in the bedroom with both fans blowing on us right now.
We didn't want to move from the bed.
So, if you hear the fans, I'm sorry. It's probably annoying. But, yeah, no, my schedule's back onto every week instead of made every, 3 weeks out. So, yeah, I kind of have to wait to see.
Wow, yours is every week. That's
crazy.
Every
week.
Man.
That's what I've been used to with retail.
Mine's at least 2 weeks, at least.
No, every other retail job I've ever worked, it's always just been every week. Aside from the tattoo shop, because that was just working open to close, like...
My schedule never really changes to begin with.
Yeah.
But, it's always made, 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah, no, it's just, every week. So, but yeah, so that's kind of where it's like, you're gonna be like, oh, what are you doing this day? I don't know. I'm waiting for my schedule to come out.
And see what fucking happens.
You know what I mean? All I know is I have Wednesdays off and, another day during the week off. Whatever that other day is always up in the air, but Wednesdays are my given day off. So... Anyway, I guess let's just fucking get into this shit, really, because...
Might as well. Might as well start talking the wrestling, because that's the name of the podcast.
So we'll start off with the brief wrestling news, which is Britt Baker wants out of AEW and Tony doesn't want to let her go. I think that this is karma coming back to bite Britt Baker in the ass.
You can't hold talent, though. Come on, just a release. If she doesn't want to be there... Why are you wasting your time, Tony? I get the whole karma, petty, blah, blah, blah bullshit.
Yeah,
but, just fucking let her go.
I'm just saying, Britt Baker, I made a joke online where I was like, well, I'm still believing that she cheated on Adam Cole, so I don't really give a shit. She could fucking suffer in her contract. But even aside from that, all the shit that happened with Thunder Rosa and whatnot, again, I've said it multiple times on this fucking podcast, I'm not a Thunder Rosa fan, personally. But... that doesn't mean that I think that she should have been bullied so fucking relentlessly to the point of, contemplating suicide.
Well, yeah.
And all the other just, shit you hear about Britt Baker and, how she is backstage and all this stuff. So it's honestly, part of me is really just no, trap her in the contract, because fuck her. And let her fucking not get to wrestle and suffer and be miserable and be a little fucking bitch because she made everybody else's life fucking miserable. But at the same time, I'm like, no, actually, release her, let her go somewhere else, and watch her embarrass herself.
Yeah, because how would she be in WWE?
I think Britt Baker, realistically, will fall to a career of mediocrity.
Okay.
I don't think that Britt Baker is going to, like... Maybe I'm wrong, but So I didn't like Britt Baker to start, and then I kind of started liking her, and then I kind of just didn't give a shit anymore. And honestly, the matches she has had that I've seen her on AEW have not really been all that great. They haven't really been all that fucking glamorous. And it just seems like she's a fucking nightmare to work with. So I think unless she really fucking gets her shit together, I could see her going to any other fucking promotion, whether it be WWE or not. And she has that same fucking attitude, and she just doesn't fucking get anywhere.
It's just insane that the downfall of Britt Baker began when Mercedes came in.
No, it's been happening before that, at least from what I've noticed.
And I feel like it started like when Mercedes came in though, because Britt was always like the main focal point until Mercedes came.
I mean, maybe more so of like on television wise. I don't know. I feel like I was seeing a lot of fans turn on Britt before Mercedes even showed up.
Well, yeah,
and a lot of people
that.
were like the nail in the coffin was the fact that Britt had a bad match with Mercedes. And they were like...
That was like one of her last matches, right?
Yeah, and they're like, dude, how the fuck did you actually have a bad match with her?
Because like one of her last moments was the whole Serena Deeb thing of like, no one cares.
Yeah.
That was like the last thing you ever seen of Britt Baker, which is insane. Do you think like maybe the women's division in AEW has passed Britt Baker?
Yes.
It's hard to fucking put that into terms because AEW's literally only been around for 6 years.
Yeah, no, because there are... I can probably name off the top of my head...
You get what I mean, though?
Yeah, I can probably name off the top of my head 5 better women's wrestlers that clear Britt Baker easy.
Well, yeah, me too.
In the women's division.
Me too.
Like, I wouldn't even put Britt Baker in the top fucking 10 probably.
I'm not really a fan of Mercedes, but let's just start off with Mercedes.
Mercedes, Chris,
yeah,
Willow,
yeah,
Deeb,
yeah,
Sheeta,
yeah.
That's like literally 5 right fucking there.
I mean, she's
Hater.
not. I was about to say Jamie Hayter. I was gonna say she's not as popular as she once was.
Julia Hart.
Julia Hart.
That's 7. That's 7
I mean,
in less than a fucking minute.
Can you argue and say Thunder Rosa even?
I wouldn't. I think Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker are on the same
Athena.
level. Athena. Thunder Rosa is more over than Britt ever was, honestly. So I'd say she's more over with the fans. So I'd put her a notch above Britt, just for that factor. But like in ring,
Britt Baker ain't the worst women's champion though.
No.
Saray is.
Rio.
Yeah.
Ruby. Tony Storm.
Ruby's been out of action for like a year.
Yeah, and she's still better than her. Like
same thing with Ty Conti.
Yeah, Ty Mello. Way fucking better than Britt.
Anna Jay.
The
whole roster.
Literally the whole women's division. Honest to God, I really don't think...
Tony Storm? We didn't even say Tony Storm.
I said Tony Storm.
Oh, did you?
I think the only... And I haven't even seen her in, like, singles action. I think the only women's wrestler I would put below Britt Baker is Marina Shafir. And that's because last time I've seen her wrestle, it was not good. But I haven't actually seen her in a singles... one-on-one women's match.
She doesn't wrestle as often.
Yeah, so I really can't like confidently say that.
How are you married to Roderick Strong and you suck at wrestling?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Is Adam Cole better than Britt Baker?
Yeah, he is.
He really he's on the all-in card and she isn't.
I think the women's division overall is better than Britt Baker. Like, genuinely speaking. Even the random fucking, like, they might be more so in, like, Ring of Honor, but, like, they've been on AEW TV before, and I don't know if I've talked about them on the podcast, but every time they show up, I tell you.
The Robin twins or whatever?
Yeah, the Renegade twins.
Yeah.
Every time I see them wrestle, I really fucking like them. Like, I think they're fucking better. They're not even, they're like jobbers on AEW TV.
They have to be local competitors, because we always see them when we go.
Maybe. I don't think it's when we go. I see them on TV a lot.
But we always see them.
Yeah, I don't really know where they're from. But again, I think they might be Ring of Honor because they've kind of popped up a little bit more here and there.
Well, yeah, now they don't have Rampage, so...
Yeah. But no, like, even the fucking, like, local talent that AEW's brought in has done a better fucking job than Britt Baker. She fucking sucks. She fucking tanked. Like, I didn't necessarily think she was a bad wrestler at first. I just thought that I just didn't like her character.
I think a Britt Baker run in WWE would do absolutely nothing. It would mean nothing. I don't even know where you would start with her.
She would fall to the wayside.
But yeah, it's just if she gets if Tony decides to like actually like in my eyes do the right thing and just release her, like she's a dentist. She got that at least because I don't think like. Yeah, she might be looking at WWE, but I don't know if WWE wants her.
I don't know either. And I mean, she could just go back to Indies, but...
But do you really want to do that?
Probably not if she's going to just go and be a dentist.
Yeah, so...
I don't know. I don't really care about her, frankly. The women's division has been fine without her, and it will continue to be fine without her, so...
Fair.
Mina Shirakawa. Better.
Yeah.
Literally all of them. Okay. Let's go into Raw. And let's start with how Ludwig is now El Grande Americano.
Oh my god, man.
Just let it die. Just let it die.
So
I don't care about it.
So Chad Gable's out with an injury. Shoulder injury. And obviously Chad Gable is fucking El Grande Americano. But what you can do El Grande Americano? Yeah, we're just gonna put the mask on Ludwig. Yeah. Yeah.
It's stupid. Like, literally just let it die.
It's gotten stupid.
It was stupid from the beginning.
It was funny.
It was fucking stupid from the beginning, and it's...
Rest in peace, El Grande Americano. His best match he had was with CM Punk and AJ Styles.
Moving on. This is a long fucking winded thing. I don't know why you had to type all this fucking information out, but I'll just read it. I'll read it.
Alright, but you might have to, like, stop at certain points here.
Yeah, you need to learn punctuation.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I just wrote it like that. Call me Dave Meltzer.
Roxanne is officially a member of Judgment Day since Liv is injured. Roxanne and Raquel are the women's tag champs and will be defending the tag titles at Evolution against a team from Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Finn and JD are the Raw tag champs now, and Finn and JD were the only ones who wanted Roxanne to join. Dom said he should talk to Liv first, but Finn said, make the decision for yourself, make Liv proud, and Raquel said, you better hold up on your end.
Yeah, so Judgment Day has all the gold now again. Because Finn and JD beat the New Day for the tag titles, like, that fucking matters. So congratulations to them. The New Day's heel run has been god-awful. The tag division's fucking dead. But Dom has the IC title. Obviously, Liv is injured with a shoulder injury, so... she's out of Evolution and stuff. They have the fucking women's tag titles that been dead since Bayley and Sasha held them. And Roxanne has kind of been like the fucking person in training, the mascot of the Judgment Day, I guess. But now she's an official member and one half of the tag champions now with Raquel. They're going to defend the tag titles against the team from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. The SmackDown team is Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
Yeah. No word on the Raw or NXT team yet. I haven't seen anything, so that'll probably be announced tomorrow or something. Yeah, and then they did like a whole voting thing of like, oh, we're going to vote Roxanne in, and Finn and JD were like, she's in. And then Raquel was like, you better hold up your end. And then Dom was like, I should talk to Liv. And then Finn was like, Dom, don't be a bitch. And then Dom was like, yeah, you're allegedly in. So Judgment Day drama.
Because Liv didn't like Roxanne, right?
Yeah. So, something gonna happen. Something's gonna happen.
Okay, well, sure. Why not?
What do you think of all this?
I don't care. Honestly, Judgment Day has been like...
Since Carlito got released, it's been dead.
With the whole thing with Damien and Rhea, I'm done with it. I don't really care.
Judgment Day has been going on since fucking 2022.
Yeah, I think it's run its course.
There isn't no original members of Judgment Day. Finn's not an original member.
He's not?
It was Edge, Rhea, and
Finn
Damien.
took it from him, that's right.
And yeah, Finn took it from Edge.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah,
well, where the fuck is Edge now? Not even on the All-In card. He's probably going to be in the Gauntlet. On that later.
He's coming back in the Gauntlet.
Yeah, more on that later.
Let's talk about Dynamite. Something I care about.
This was Dynamite 300, right?
Dynamite 300.
Oh, wow, 300 episodes.
First of all, oh, nope, you did put it in there. Okay, cool. Okay. A Texas death match in Texas.
They're actually doing it. I don't know if we made the joke on here or not, but I was like, I think this should be a Texas death match. But, like, there is, like, a little issue I have with it, but, like, I'm willing to look past it because it's a Jon Moxley match, and I don't need to see him wrestle. I'd rather it just be a Texas death match, and I feel like it will be better because there's going to be 900 interferences anyway.
Yeah.
But my only issue is if Hangman is winning, I wish he was pinning Jon Moxley because he's not going to get pinned. But I'm willing to look past that. You get where I'm coming from with that. But it's cool that it's a Texas death match in Texas.
Texas death is... Oh.
Your thoughts on this, though, quick.
Yeah. I want a fucking stipulation match for this shit. Like... you can call me Delulu. I really don't care. I am fully convinced that Hangman's winning this.
No, do you get what I'm saying, though, of, like, the pin thing?
Yes, and I'm getting there.
Alright.
I want a fucking stipulation match because I think it's gonna make the feud a lot much more better, and I am fully convinced that Hangman is winning the belt.
Yeah.
I don't think he's not winning the belt.
I'm scared.
If he doesn't lose the belt, I'm going to sob so hard and uncontrollable that it'll be very embarrassing. However, I get where you're coming from with that, but I think honestly the fact that this is going to be a Texas death match leads me more likely to believe that Hangman's winning for the simple fact that Mox isn't going to get pinned, because they do throughout Mox's entire career in AEW, they have really protected Jon Moxley from getting pinned.
He's lost like a handful of times.
He's lost a handful of times. Yeah, I would say, and the less amount of times, or it's less amount of times Moxley has lost and gotten pinned. You know what I mean?
Let me keep talking about.
I'm gonna say Mox has literally lost like 10 times.
I want to see when's the last time he got pinned.
Did Punk pin him?
He got pinned after that because he lost the international title. But, like, I don't know if that was maybe his last time or not.
I don't know. But, yeah, it makes me think, okay, Mox is losing it because he's not going to have to take a pin or anything like that. So I'm fine with it. Really, at this point, I'm fine with whatever to get the fucking belt off of Moxley. Of course, I'm going to be happy with Hangman being the world champion again, because I've been saying since his title reign ended.
Cage match doesn't tell me when he get, like...
Oh, if it's been, like, pinfall or submission or whatever.
It doesn't fucking tell me.
Let me see. Let me see if I can, like, take a wild guess. Oh, God, don't bump the shit. You're gonna fucking pause it. Let me see. When...
Maybe I can just Google it. Let me...
Hold on, I just wanna look. Oh, it doesn't even say who won. What are you on?
Cage match.
This is match guide, not his matches. I think if you just go to... Yeah, go to his profile and then hit matches up at the top. And then it should...
Would it be overview?
Yeah, I think so. Or is that the same thing?
It's the same thing.
Normally it told you like who won. It would be like so-and-so defeated so-and-so. Or whatever. Anyway. I don't even fucking remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, honestly, obviously, I'm gonna be much happier because ever since Hangman lost his belt, I've been saying he deserves a better title reign, because that title reign fucking sucked. He did everything he could with it, but it wasn't as good as it should have fucking been for him. But honestly, I would have taken fucking Swerve, I would have taken Ospreay, I would have taken Edge, I would have taken literally any single solitary fucking person to beat Mox. I would take Orange Cassidy to beat fucking Mox. I would take Eddie Kingston to beat Mox. I would take fucking Matt Jackson. Just Matt Jackson to beat Mox. Hangman makes the most sense. But, you know.
It is not telling me.
No.
It does not tell me.
Okay, we'll probably find it later.
Yeah.
It's not worth trying to figure out right now.
It does not tell me.
We have more
Cage
things
match,
to talk about.
horrible.
No, I think we're just going to the wrong spot on it, honestly, because I know it. Oh, what the fuck is all this shit? What the fuck?
Oh
just
my
happened?
god. You're a pain in my ass.
Jesus fucking Christ! I fucking hate iPhones. Okay. But anyway, let's continue with this. With Texas death isn't something you want to get up from. It's something you won't get up from. Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay. This is Hangman's 5th Texas death match, and it's their second against each other. So Mox, like, what?
Yeah, Mox was just spitting weird bullshit.
I
Brian Alvarez is also an idiot because he was like, he was saying something along the lines of like, oh, they fuck, iconic Kurt Angle moment right there, by the way. But like this is their second Texas death match and they didn't even mention it in the promo, and it's like, I think they did actually. I think they kind of brought it up a little bit.
I mean, Hangman might have mentioned something
Yeah.
because Mox was. I honestly don't remember, but Mox was just like rambling on about how he's like, oh, you're not gonna get up from this or whatever, and Hangman's like, I've literally beaten you before.
Yeah.
Like, I have beaten you, and I am the king of the Texas Death Match because I've literally had 17 million of them and I've won all of them.
Yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say, has Hangman been in like every Texas death match in AEW?
probably. I can't think of a Texas death match that didn't involve Hangman. It's like his staple match.
Yeah.
So, like how Darby has the coffin match, this is like Hangman's is the Texas death match. So,
And we're finally doing one in Texas. About time.
but yeah, I'm excited for it. Mox is rambling.
Where's the Texas death match happening?
In Texas, you big dumb bitch.
Where's Brian Cage at?
I don't care. I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying, but yeah, no, it's gonna be a fucking banger match. Excited for it. Anyway, the Young Bucks have a limo and shoes.
Yeah, tell me about this.
So the Young Bucks, they had a match, teaming with Takeshita, and leading up to their match, they were like, "Oh my gosh, we deserve great things because we made AEW and we got to 300 episodes." So Nick, my favorite thing, starting this promo, Matt's standing there, right? Nick is covering his eyes with his hands, like, because he has a surprise for him.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay.
I've seen this. I just want you to tell the fans about this.
So Matt was like,
I'm gonna go pee.
okay. So Matt was like, yeah, we deserve great things. So I took the company card because I'm not paying for it. Tony Khan should be paying us for stuff. And paying for stuff for us. And I bought us a custom limo, which is literally just like a regular fucking limo that has like decals of like the fucking founding fathers, like Mount Rushmore along the sides of it. Cause sure, why not? And it's not like a wrap. It's not like these big, like a big fucking picture, like these massive fucking wraps on the side of the fucking limo. It's like these small little squares that just like cover each fucking panel of the fucking limo. And then there's like something on like the hood. There's like 2 stickers on the hood or something. And then Matt's like, oh, and also, I bought us a bunch of shoes. And then opens the back door of the limo and there's just like a big fucking pile of shoes. And Matt's like, well, since we're literally a hop, skip, and a jump away from our hometown of Rancho Cucamonga, California, how about we take a little detour and go to all of our, like, places, all the places that we've ever grown up in and whatnot. So they get in the limo with all the shoes and they do, like, a little tour around, like, where they used to live, like, their old, like, childhood home. They went to, like, the school that they went to, like, a playground and shit. Like, they were just, like, detouring all over the fucking place, being like, yeah, this is where your founding fathers grew up. We're the only famous people that ever came out of Rancho Cucamonga. I can't think of any other famous person to ever come out of Rancho Cucamonga, California. And then they pulled up in their limo in their gear. Because at some point, they go from their suits to their gear. No, I mean, I'm assuming they got dressed in the limo. I don't know. And then, they walk out to do their fucking entrance and whatnot. Interestingly enough, you can sit here and call digging into deep. And we can also talk a little bit about this, including with the past 2 Hangman promos. The Elite honestly, they are obviously nod to a bunch of stuff. And this upcoming Wednesday, they have a 4-man tag, 8-man tag, whatever, match, and they're going up against Hangman in it. And their gear walking into this match was black with pink tassels. Similarly to the gear that Hangman just wore, black with pink tassels. So a lot of people are taking that and being like, oh, that's some interesting little nods, and like, I hate this like mind game type of stuff that like the Elite always throw into like their storylines. Similarly, we can again talk about in the Hangman promos, his last 2 promos, he has worn the button-up shirts that he wore when he was cutting promos against Punk. And I don't think it's necessarily a jab specifically at Punk. I think it's more so of the last time he wore these shirts is when he was talking about defending AEW from somebody else. And he's doing the same thing again. And it's interesting because this past promo, he was wearing the shirt and it got torn up and shredded and destroyed in the jump, like when they jumped him. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming that was intentional. I don't know if that was actually intentional or not, but a lot of people were saying, like, now the shirt's destroyed, symbolizing that part is now laid to rest and he can move and defend AEW and bring it back home or whatever, something like that. I don't fucking know. People were talking about, like, symbolism with the shirt tearing and everything. But again, it's interesting because those are like little subtle things that they always do. So that was pretty interesting to see. And then again, to have them in a match that they're going to be up against Hanger and is pretty neat. Moving on. Dylan wrote down, Dilvon bribing Jaeger is greater than MJF bribing Brody King.
Oh yeah, this Fatal 4-Way thing was funny. MJF literally stole the Jaeger Dilvon spot where I bribed Jaeger with money.
Stole it.
Yes.
Yeah.
They watched GCW.
You think?
Yep.
Okay.
No, it was funny. It was funny.
Same match. MJF mid-match commentary.
This match was good.
Yeah, it was a fun match.
This match. So this match. Who were the other 2 in it?
It was Brody. It was MJF. Was Roddy in this? No.
I forget who was in it. But, like, at first I was like, AR Fox was in it.
AR Fox was in it. I don't remember who the other person was.
But at first I was like, this should just be Brody King versus MJF. And then it turned into a really good Fatal 4-Way. And I was like, this is really good.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. And MJF won. Because it was, like, for, like, the number 1 spot.
Well, we're not even done talking about it. And you're already giving away the fucking ending.
Well, I know, but still.
But yeah, he, in the middle of the match, not even the middle of the match, it was actually the beginning of the match, he rolls out of the ring and runs away from Brody, and he just jumps on commentary.
He's on commentary.
And then in the match, Brody King punching the chair like Dilvon.
Like me. He did it like me.
Yeah?
I punch the chairs all the time.
Dude, that thing sounded like a fucking
that
gunshot.
Was a gunshot. Yeah, it's a gunshot.
Oh my god. When I was watching that, and I was watching this and I heard that, I was like, yo! Like, I verbally, I'm not even kidding. I was watching this alone because Dylan was at work. I verbally went, yo! Just like that. Like a youch, but also like a yo, like a yo. Like, damn, dude, like, fuck. Crazy fucking match. But yes, MJF won it. And we got Okada versus Ibushi. My goat still got it.
This was really good.
My goat still fucking got it.
Ibushi beat all expectations.
Ibushi put his whole bussy into this, and Okada put his whole bitch into this.
And then we got Golden Lovers Reunion.
And we got the Golden Lovers Reunion, because then fucking... Well, okay, so Okada beat Ibushi, Avi. And then... I think it was the death... No, it was the Don Callis family was there, because he was on loan to the Don Callis family. Because I didn't make this correlation at first. I think I talked about this on the podcast last week, or I might have been saying this to Dylan off the podcast, but I didn't make this correlation that fucking Okada is part of Chaos, and so is fucking Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero.
Yeah.
So that's the correlation. I I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe that's not, like, the specific correlation, but I was also like, what the fuck? So that ties into it, but also the Young Bucks and Don Callis, they both fucking hate Kenny, so they want to make him suffer. But, yeah, so the Don Callis family is beating down Ibushi, and then the battle cry, I heard it, and Kenny Omega comes running out with the chair to save his boyfriend, and he scares off everyone, and he gives his boyfriend a big old hug, and a big old smooch. He doesn't smooch him, but I'm sure he did. And they're reunited, and it's beautiful, and it's golden, and it's love, and it's everything I could have ever wished for. After the match, and after the show went off air, there were clips going around online of Ibushi being Ibushi, where he took the chair from Kenny and threw it on the ground and took a bump on it for no fucking reason, aside from the fact that he just wanted to. And it's really funny because Kenny's like, please don't do this, and then he does it, and then Kenny's like, youch, that looked like it hurt. Kicks the chair out of the fucking ring, and as he's kicking the chair out of the ring, Ibushi just gets up and starts fucking celebrating, and leaves the ring and starts walking around outside the ring celebrating with the fans. Like, he's not fucking real.
He's not.
He's, like, Ibushi is so fucking crazy to me with his, like, 25-hour days and how he doesn't believe in books. He just doesn't believe in them. And how he's not sure about the intentions behind cabbages. He's such an interesting person. If I could at one point in my life ever, like, shrink down, like, Magic School Bus style, and enter into somebody's brain to see what the fuck is going on there, I would choose Ibushi's brain.
Yeah.
Hands down. Like, if they're like, you could pick one person's brain to go into, it's Ibushi's. Cause, like, the thing is, right, you hear about, like, all the crazy fucking shit that people would say in wrestling, like, back in the day, right? This is, like, 2025. Like, this is, like, very, like, this is from the we're talking 2000s to now. This is not old school fucking wrestling shit. And he's just saying the weirdest fucking things.
Yeah.
What goes on in that head of his? I need to know. But yeah, can I have the fucking phone back?
We're doing all-in predictions.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on to the all-in predictions. Starting off at the moment, there is 8 matches, and there is no pre-show matches announced. So, yeah, take that as you will. So, what an interest. I mean, I guess, yeah, the show hasn't happened yet, so it's not going to be in order, but we got Timeless Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné in a singles match for the Women's World Championship.
Mercedes.
Probably Mercedes. Probably fucking Mercedes. But alright. Then we got Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page in a Texas Death Match for the AEW Men's World Championship.
Hopefully Hangman.
Hopefully Hangman. Do you know what I love? People also mention this a lot. How Hangman calls it the AEW Men's World Championship.
Yes, I've noticed that.
I love that he calls it that. I really fucking love that he calls it that.
I get the intent. Just call it the AEW World Title.
I love that he calls it that.
Call it the belt. I don't fucking know.
Call it the strap.
Yeah, just do it.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway.
Then we have a Kazuchika Okada versus a Kenny Omega in a winner-takes-all match to unify the AEW Continental Championship and the AEW International Championship into the inaugural AEW Unified Championship.
Dumb
That
name.
is a fucking crazy-ass fucking sentence.
Dumb name for a belt.
Like,
hopefully Kenny wins.
I'm saying Kenny, but, like, I'm sorry, but winner-takes-all match to unify the AEW Continental Championship and International Championship into the inaugural AEW Unified Championship. What a fucking mouthful, dude.
Hopefully Kenny.
Why didn't... Okay, here. I just have, like, a quick little thing. Why didn't we just fucking have the match, a winner-takes-all match, and then the next episode of Dynamite unify the belts? Why does it have to be all of this? I don't know. Or unify it before the match.
Well, it's champion versus champion. They're unified. The winner gets.
Well, okay, I get
to
that.
Unify it.
But I don't know why we don't just unify it after it, and why
After the match, after the winner, the belt is unified.
I mean, like on the following episode. But I don't know. We'll see.
Listen, literally the pinfall's gonna happen, and the winner's not even gonna hold 2 belts. Probably they're gonna get handed the fucking new title.
I do not doubt Kenny to be holding 3 belts.
I mean,
I really don't.
the whole purpose of the Continental Classic was a Triple Crown.
That's true, yeah.
So I don't fucking know, dude.
Anyway, participants to be decided on both of these. But you know what? Let's just
You can probably predict some.
I was gonna say let's just I'm gonna predict people that we're expecting to show up. So in the men's and the women's casino gauntlet matches for a future shot at the AEW men's or women's world championship match.
The men's, I have Darby Allin winning. On lock, Darby Allin is winning the men's.
Okay.
Because the winner gets a number 1 contender shot.
Yeah. So I can see it being Darbs.
And I have it being Darby.
I can see there's literally 3 different fucking 4 technically. 5. There are 5 different spots in this pay-per-view where I can see Jack Perry showing up, and this is one of them. So
Jack Perry showing up in the main event.
I think so too. Jack showing up at some point in this pay-per-view, but
or actually, never mind. I know where he's gonna be showing up. More on that later.
I think I know where he's showing up more on
that later.
I think he's gonna have a hand in the main event, but I don't think that's when he shows up.
I feel like the Elite presence will be very present on this show, because I'm not saying they're all fucking retiring or anything when I say it's their last 2 Raw. But I feel like this is the Elite's last 2 Raw, as in they're all getting up there in age. They don't have much time left. They're all going to be moving on.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a big last 2 Raw for them.
I think the last one, if we're going to count Core 4, I think the last one that's going to be around is Hangman, because he's the youngest.
Yeah.
Maybe Nick's the youngest.
Well, same with Jack Perry.
I'm saying the Core 4 as in Hangman, Kenny, and the Bucks.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, no,
I'm not counting
the
Perry.
Bucks are just gonna move on when one of them moves on.
Yeah. But I could see Perry showing up in the gauntlet. I don't think he's showing up in the gauntlet, but I could see it happening. I could see Luchasaurus returning in the gauntlet.
No, he wouldn't return in the gauntlet. Anything. He'd be in that tag team match.
Oh, that's right. That's also on the pay-per-view. Okay, yeah. So he won't be there. Darbs is definitely coming back.
I think Darby Allin wins the gauntlet.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think it comes down to him and MJF.
Yeah, that's
and Mark
fair.
Briscoe, probably. The women's, I have a weird thing. Women's, Athena's winning. If Mercedes wins, I feel like Athena wins, but Athena's defending her belt for Ring of Honor against Thunder Rosa. I think Thunder Rosa is going to beat Athena.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I know, but I think Athena wins the gauntlet. She'll be in the gauntlet.
Okay. I can see that.
I honestly don't know who would win the women, so I'm just saying Athena.
Yeah, because it's been tough because the TBS champion is feuding with the world champion.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on.
So there's like no other storyline aside from that, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, that's fair. I could see like a debut maybe happening in the women's where it's like, I don't know, maybe someone from like Stardom or New Japan or something coming over. I could see something like that happening. So, okay. Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. Tag team match. If Ospreay and Strickland lose, they cannot challenge for the AEW World Championship for 1 year. If the Bucks lose, they will be stripped of their EVP status.
This is where Jack Perry comes in.
Yes, and he helps the Bucks win.
Yes. The Bucks are winning because they're not going to lose their EVP status. I feel like they can get a lot of mileage out of Will Ospreay and Swerve not challenging for the belt for a year.
And the Bucks can't lose their EVP status because we still have this shit going on with Kenny with the Bucks that we haven't like.
Kind of like my whole thought.
We've gotten like we've tiptoed with it, but we're not 100% there yet. And obviously with Okada going up against Ibushi, that's kind of roping it a little bit more into it here. I mean, also, like, Okada versus Kenny's happening. But like, we're slowly roping
Jack
it.
Perry's gonna feud with, like, Will Ospreay after this. Like, that's gonna be, like, his first feud back is Jack Perry.
I don't know. I could see Jack Perry's first feud being back with Kenny. Because Jack Perry is the one who jabbed him in the fucking stomach with a chair and sent him back out.
Yeah, but he's got a feud with Will Ospreay or Swerve because he's gonna be helping them fucking...
Yeah.
You know, lose. So, like, if Jack Perry beats... Like, crazy booking. Listen to me. Crazy idea. Jack Perry and Will Ospreay have a match, and Jack Perry beats Will Ospreay. And then it's literally like, well, Jack Perry must be better than fucking Will Ospreay because he beat Will Ospreay. Who's better than Will Ospreay in other people's eyes? Kenny Omega.
And Will and Kenny are friends now.
Yes.
So...
crazy, right? I know.
Yeah, I think that's where Jack comes back. Again, I could see like 17 different areas where he comes back, but I think this is where he comes back, and then I think he and the Elite get involved in the Hangman and Mox match, and they try and sabotage. But I think they fail at sabotaging Hangman, because I think...
There's going to be like 900 run-ins in that match to begin with.
Here's the thing I'm trying to explain. They get their successful sabotage with Jack Perry coming back and helping the Bucks, and Bucks win. And then they're like, oh, now let's go fuck over Hangman. And then they don't have that success. If you were to have Jack Perry show back up at Hangman versus Mox, he has to cost Hangman. He can't just fail at it coming back. You know what I mean? That's fucking stupid. So I think he comes back there, and then they try again, and Hangman's like, no, that's not cowboy shit. And then he wins the belt, and he's like, that's cowboy shit. And then the crowd erupts, cowboy shit, and then we have world peace. Fucking finally. Because Hangman's the fucking world champion again.
Sure.
Anyway, moving on to Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher in a singles match for the AEW TNT Championship.
Kyle Fletcher.
I want Kyle Fletcher to win. I love Adam Cole. I know he's been on Collision a lot, so I've been kind of missing Collision, so I really don't know what's going on with him with this championship. So I can't say if the reign's been good or bad. But I think Kyle Fletcher deserves a fucking singles belt. I really do. So I want him to be strapped up. And then we have the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus Jet Speed with Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey versus the Patriarchy and Christian Cage and Nick Wayne.
I really don't give a fuck.
And I could see Luchasaurus showing up and helping the Patriarchy win.
Yeah, I really don't give a fuck.
So yeah, there is that. Coming to Saturday night's main event, because we have to do those fucking predictions now. Is this still recording, right? Alright, perfect.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
Bam, now, bam, bam, blah, 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 blah.
Go take a man.
Bam, 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 bam.
Try to find the fucking event.
It's right there. 3 matches?
There's 3 matches announced as of right now.
Watch the fucking phone. Is it still recording? Yeah, okay.
There's only 3 matches announced as of right now.
Oh, and I genuinely don't think I actually care about any of these.
Damn.
This is so funny.
Well,
okay.
Drew's back on.
Yeah,
on
that's
SmackDown.
true.
He returned.
Okay, so this is so fucking funny. So we have Goldberg versus Gunther in a singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship, and also attached to this says, this will be Goldberg's retirement match.
Gunther.
Yeah. Like, why did they add that to the stipulations, that this is his retirement match? That's not a stipulation, that's just what it is. Why did we add that? Yeah, Gunther, fuck Goldberg. Fuck Goldberg, we hate Goldberg, this is a Bret Hart house.
Goldberg.
LA Knight versus Seth Rollins in a singles match.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, because, God forbid, I mean, I love Seth, but God forbid they do anything with LA Knight, really. And then Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. I don't know what the fucking story is leading up to this one.
Drew was fucking playing devil's advocate and trying to make Cody and Randy turn on each other this past Friday, pretty much.
Oh, sure.
But Drew's winning.
Yeah, as he should.
It's his return match. Drew's winning.
Wow, how boring is this fucking card? They're all just regular schmegular singles matches, and there's only 3 matches announced. They better have something else fucking good planned for that, because
will.
Jesus Christ.
They probably will.
The rest is just all fucking backstage segments. Nothing actually happens. It's fucking stupid, probably. Fucking stupid.
Alright. Evolution.
Oh my god, okay.
Evolution 2. So, before we get into this, I must ask you. You think they're setting it up for failure? Because there's rumors that this was originally supposed to be, like, yesterday, July 5th. They purposely moved it to the 13th because they wanted to compete with All In. Right?
Uh-huh.
Now, people in WWE are pretty much saying that this has been set up for failure. There's, like, no builds for any of this matches or anything. And people are conspiring, thinking that they're purposely doing this because people in the IWC have been bitching since Evolution 1 that there should be another all-women's pay-per-view. And, of course, everyone arguing, being like, there shouldn't be because it's going to be bad. Do you think that this is a whole conspiracy, that they're doing this on purpose to set it up for failure, so when it fails, they're like, see, told you so? I think so.
I think that they could be trying to do that, but with the people that they have booked for this, they're setting themselves up for failure to failure. Because I don't think that...
I think this show's not going to be good. I think Saturday night's main event is going to be better than this.
I could see that, but I could also see a lot of these matches being pretty solid. And I don't think it's necessarily going to be a failure of a pay-per-view, but I think that they're going to have it in comparison to All In and Saturday night's main event, and it'll probably draw the lowest.
It's the last... So, All In is happening during the day on the 12th. Saturday night's main event's happening at night on the 12th. This is happening the day after on the 13th. People are going to be fatigued.
Yeah. So... if you're listening to this, make sure to watch this pay-per-view specifically so it doesn't fumble. Even if the matches really aren't that great, just support women's wrestling, because fuck Triple H.
And we're gonna review it, don't you worry.
So we got JC Jane with Fallon Henley.
It doesn't matter who she's with.
Okay. Versus Jordan Grace. For a singles match of the NXT Women's Championship.
Jordan Grace win.
Probably. I'm not sure who JC Jane is.
She was a member in Toxic Attraction with Mandy Rose at that one time.
Got you. Okay.
She's the NXT Women's Champion right now. Strap up Jordan Grace.
We got Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley in a singles match for the Women's World Championship.
Probably gonna be Rhea.
Probably gonna be Rhea.
It probably is.
We have Raquel and Roxanne versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus two teams to be decided. Probably Raquel and Roxanne. Honestly, like
probably.
Battle Royale for the Women's World Championship match at Clash in Paris with the announced participants of Ivy Nile, Stephanie McCure, and Nia Jax.
Stephanie McCure better win. Let's put it that way. If she's in there, Stephanie McCure better win.
Do you think Julia could show up in that?
Julia's the United States champion. She's not booked right now on the show, I don't think. Which
not
is
yet,
insane.
At least.
Yeah.
But
yeah, she's the US champion, so we'll see what happens.
We have a singles match with the Women's World Champion, the WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus.
This is gonna steal the fucking show.
Yeah, this show's gonna slap. Or this match is gonna slap.
Now, I'm just gonna love this match either way. I win either way. But Tiffany's gonna win.
Yeah, Tiffany's gonna win. But this is gonna be a fucking killer match. Then we have Jade Cargill versus Naomi in a no-holds-barred match, which is interesting, and I love that, and I can't wait to see women bleed and then have...
Jade has to win. She is the queen of the ring. She's getting that title shot at SummerSlam. Naomi's the Money in the Bank winner. She can technically afford a loss.
Yeah. So I think Jade's gonna win it, but yeah. I hope that these women bleed like a motherfucker. And then all the fucking WWE fanboys are like, oh, it was great, there was blood in a women's match.
They ain't gonna bleed.
They
ain't gonna bleed.
Well, I hope one of them
does. This match should be good, though, hopefully.
And then we got Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria, a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. And Becky's probably winning.
This will be good, but Becky's probably winning.
Yeah.
But that'll be good.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck is... I have something in my eye. I'm sorry.
The next thing is Wrestler of the Week, Lyssie.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I'll pull up the Instagram just in case.
Yeah, pull up the Instagram so I can just, like, look at it really quick. Let's see. La la la.
La 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 la. Elmo's world. Okay.
Fuck, man, I don't know. I don't know. Fuck.
I think we should talk about Trish Stratus.
Have we not talked about Trish Stratus?
I don't think so. Or Lita.
We've talked about Lita.
Have we?
Yeah.
Trish Stratus.
Yeah, let's talk about Trish. Why not?
Alright, let's talk about Trish.
I was genuinely trying to think of like a women's wrestler.
My second favorite women's wrestler of all time.
But yeah, Trish works well. Let's talk about her.
Let's talk about Trish.
Okay, ask some questions.
Your introduction to the beautiful, lovely Trish Stratus.
I'm sorry. Eons ago, honestly. Probably something to do with Lita, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Cause, I mean, I grew up watching WWE, so I really fucking liked Lita, and I really liked watching her with Trish, so I'm sure it was some sort of one of their matches. But I really couldn't tell you off the top of my head the exact memory. But
That's
I was
about
a
the
young
same
lad.
for me.
I was a young lad.
That's about the same thing for me. Of like, it was definitely like a Lita match, because I loved Lita.
Mm-hmm.
And then I fell in love with Trish Stratus as well. Without stating the obvious, what's your favorite Trish Stratus match? Is it the obvious?
I think it's probably gonna be the obvious.
Is it the obvious?
Because
Is
like
it the one where they main evented
Yes.
Raw though?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
think
that's the one.
I think the thing that's tough when it comes to like talking about not old school, but like women's wrestling from like the Attitude Era and shit, and like Ruthless Aggression era, is a lot of the matches were not matches.
No.
They were very much 2-minute bra and panties matches, cat fight bullshit, whatever. And I just feel like, I mean, it's very clear that match shifted women's wrestling. And really was like, yeah, girls could actually fucking wrestle, and they're not just fucking eye candy. Like, we could be hot and good at our job, too.
Well, that was, like, the whole thing of Trish, of, like, she was this typical woman that looked like eye candy, but was able to fucking go in the ring.
Yeah, she could kick your fucking ass.
Yeah.
So it's tough when it's like, what's your favorite match? And it's like, well, unfortunately, a lot of the matches were bra and panties matches, and like, or like real dumb fucking shit that they got involved in. You know what I mean? It's so, yeah, it's gonna have to be the obvious because of how like fucking not only iconic it was, but how important it was for women's wrestling.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. If you're going with the obvious, it makes sense, because I'm gonna go with the obvious too. You know.
Yeah.
I also really enjoyed, even though it was like a weird thing, the Trish Stratus feud, or not the Mickey James feud.
Oh yeah, the Mickey James feud was fucking great.
It was good, but even though it was weird because it was like Mickey being like a crazy fan, but like it was good.
Well, that's the same thing that Mariah May was doing with Toni Storm.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
I think I look at it of the fucking the moment from WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think that's the way I look at it, of like why it's weird, because it's like, okay. And I like the one-offs of like Trish coming back and like doing stuff, like her and Becky.
Yeah.
Was
Then
good
that's
and
cool
stuff
because
like
like
that.
she comes back like once a year to, like...
She puts over someone.
Yeah, to put someone over to help the women's division out,
Yeah.
and then she kind of just goes off and does her own thing, and then she comes back around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is cool. And she looks great. She's still great in the fucking ring, you know what I mean? Like, she's doing fucking awesome. So, and I think that's really fucking cool that she does that. I know Lita came back a couple times. I would love to see Lita back more.
Yeah. Maybe she'll show up in, like, the Battle Royal or something.
Maybe. That'd be really cool.
Lita just had that neck injury back in the day, so that's why she, doesn't do as much.
Yeah, which is understandable. But it'd be cool to see her come back and do some shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm happy we're getting Trish versus Tiffy, because, that is, kind of, a dream match.
That's kind of iconic.
Yeah, so. And plus, you cannot have Trish be a part of Evolution.
Well, yeah.
It makes sense for her to be there.
Yeah.
She literally is the definition of Evolution in the women's industry, pretty much.
She's really one half of it.
Pretty much, yeah. If it wasn't for Trish, man, she's had some great iconic moments, and I mean, not so great iconic moments, like barking like a dog, but we forget about that.
I think one of my favorite things was
TNA, baby.
When we were watching what the fuck is it called? The WWE Treasures, whatever. And there was that episode with Lita and Trish, and they were getting their gear from the main event. And they were just girls being girls.
Yeah.
It was just so wholesome. It was so sweet to just watch the girls be girls. I loved it. I loved it so much. And it's not that I'd never necessarily thought that they were friends, but it's still cool to see how good of friends they are to this day.
They're best friends.
You know what I mean?
They've been up and down those roads together.
Yeah, no, they
went through a lot of shit together.
Two peas in a pod, honestly.
They went through a lot of shit together, so
yeah,
definitely best for them to stick together.
Yeah.
They are the ones that need to stick together, Lita and Trish, and I'm glad that they have each other still.
Yeah. And
I'm glad we have Trish still to this day of
yeah.
Again, help the women's division.
Please. For the love of God.
She's doing she does a great job at you can tell she definitely wanted to work with Tiffy.
Yeah.
She wanted to work with Becky.
And Tiffy really is the new age Trish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's gonna be good. I still think there is an argument on Twitter of which match should main event. I still think it should be the triple threat between Becky, Bayley, and Lyra. There's a better story there. Mm-hmm. The Tiffy story was kind of just Tiffy came out and was who am I gonna challenge at Evolution? And then Trish came out.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just that. So there isn't really much of a story there. So, but at least they're gonna get time to shine.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Right?
Damn right. We love you, Trish.
Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. If you like this video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload, because God knows if we'll be uploading regularly, irregularly, what the fuck is going on.
The schedule's going to be a little bit weird the next few weeks, probably.
Yeah, so we got to kind of figure that all out.
Be patient with us.
But yeah, if you want to follow us on Instagram, feel free to follow us at the Talkin Wrasslin Pod Instagram, which is TALKIN_WRASSLIN_POD.
Hit that bell, baby.
Hit that bell, and also give us a follow over there, just in case for whatever your notifications get all fucked up on your phone from YouTube. We post a picture when the video is going to be uploaded or when it is uploaded or uploading. So you'll know that it's there or going to be there. And it'll be soon, or it is right now, basically. If you want to follow me on any of my social medias, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the same handle, Lungtar, LUNG_TAR, Blue Sky at Lungtar, LUNG-TAR, and Lungbucks on TikTok, LUNG_BUCKS. Dylan, where can people find you?
Find me on the Instagram at DYL_line WEAVES_line, or you can find me on the Twitter, same thing, no underscore lines, Dillweaves, DYLWEAVES.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.